Hi everyone. I want to say Happy New Year, Happy 2018 to all of you out there. Thank you so much for watching my videos and liking them and sharing them and subscribing them. Max wanted to come up and say Happy New Year. He said Merry Christmas. So Happy New Year from me and my sweet little doggy Max. Hope you have a great new year. Hi Taurus, Happy New Year and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for the new year of 2018 plus January of 2018. This recording is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Ascendant, and Taurus Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information because very often they will make more sense to you than your sun sign will. I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck, and I've pulled one card for each quarter of the year, plus the 5th card of January this month of 2018. That's what I've done for the past 3 years, so I'm continuing on with that way of doing it. So I wish you all the luck in 2018. Now onto your reading for this new year. You have the Queen of Swords starts off the bat here. I'm telling you, every time I read Taurus, I see a swords person. Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, here you go. Queen of Swords wanted to show up for you. This is in your first quarter of 2018. You're going to have a lot of things to say to this Queen of Swords, and I get going back and forth with them. Now, some of you may be dealing with a male, but to me right there, it really did feel like a female. You might be arguing with somebody you work with. Now, these people cards come up with and mean many different things, but there could be somebody at work that is kind of like a instigator, or they may be trying to get your job, or just like to create workplace drama. I don't know, but for some of you it might not be negative communication, and you could be just sending emails back and forth, maybe with numbers, facts, figures, product information, or warranties, or descriptions about things. But this first comes to me as a work-related person, and it's either one or the other. You're either going round and round with them, and they're like causing problems, like, you know, peck, 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 that kind of like, you know, like a nudge, or you're just going back and forth with them over work-related info. That's how it can also be here. Some of you may have a Queen of Swords person, that can be male or female, that may be having trouble with their hearing. Maybe they've always had it, but it could be cropping up or kicking up, or something to do with their ears. But it feels to me like hearing in the first quarter. Also, some of these Queen of Swords don't like where they are, and they want to go home. Whatever home is to them. Maybe you have an elderly mom or a relative in a nursing home and they don't like it, or they have to be, or somebody in a rehab and they don't like it and they want to go home. It comes up like that. It could also be if a kid's at a boarding school or away at college. Think about all the possibilities there. This Queen of Swords, for some of you, not all of you, because these people cards mean multiple things. There are always multiple people. Some of them want to come home from where they are. They may have trouble with people, like attacking them or bullying them or stalking them or not getting along with people. For some of you with this Queen of Swords. For some of you, you may have a romantic connection with this Queen. I still keep feeling strong like she's a female more than a male. Some of you, this Queen of Swords wants to get married and could be like manipulating or coercing you to do that. or to be serious, let's put it that way. And keep in mind, it could be a male, but I keep getting this strong female component. The energy is female. Also, whoever this Queen of Swords, she's going to want you to talk to her, pay attention to her, be there for her. So it doesn't always have to be love. That could be in another form. It could be a relative, a kid, your son, your daughter, a parent. Think about that. That Queen of Swords came up pretty interesting. The next card you have is Nine of Cups in the second quarter of the year. And this could be a card symbolic of wish fulfillment. Good things coming to you in an emotional sense. You could be also feeling filled with contentment. You're having great ideas in the second quarter, and intuition and inspiration. All of those linked together. Some of you are going to be in bewilderment or wonderment. I see you looking around, that you're in a position of power. Now, maybe that's natural for you, Taurus. Maybe you're often in a position of power. But it comes up to me like I see somebody kind of in awe of it. So maybe some of you have recently stepped into a power position. I feel like you've had problems or problematic things you've had to deal with, possibly it going through a lot of 2017 or at the end of it or in the beginning of 2018. And I feel like you're putting your problems aside or they're going away and you're going to be feeling particularly happy. So either your problems are behind you or you're just like, yeah, I'm getting a new attitude and I'm not going to let them get to me, because you come up very happy to me, emotionally feeling in this card. You might second guess yourself about selling something. So if you are thinking about selling a house or a business or your parents' house or some other property or something big you're involved with or connected to, you're going to be second guessing it. But in the end, I feel most of you will do it. And I feel it's going to pay off for you. I feel like you're going to be receiving a lot of gifts as well. Don't be surprised if you're starting to see someone new romantically, or even if you've got a significant other, or maybe it's your friends and family doing it too. I see you receiving gifts. It could be because of birthday or something like a holiday, but I don't know. They feel more like gifts of oh, how wonderful you are, and of appreciation. I don't know that they're really for an occasion. It's not really the way it feels to me, but I see you getting gifts. You're going to do learning a lot, and you're going to be assembling and disassembling. Assembling and disassembling. They said it 3 times. And starting over from scratch and doing something completely different. So I don't know what that's about. It could be because you have to. If it has to do with buildings, it could be that things aren't up to code, or renovations are necessary because of leaks or mold, or I don't know. Some of you may have something that's coming from the ground getting on your clapboard under your siding of your house, or just if they put aluminum siding over wood, or any kind of whatever surface is over something else. I see wood getting some black stuff coming from the ground on it, and it could be mold, because it kind of looks like mold to me. So I don't know. Keep that in mind with what came up there. You have the card of the manifestor next, the magician. This is what you think about, you bring about. What's in the spiritual plane, you can manifest into physical reality, and you have all the tools with which to do it. It can also be, you're just making things happen. I feel in this third quarter, you are going to get invited to attend a big gathering. And it feels important to me, could be presidential, or at the mayor, at your local government, mayors, governors, senators, could be higher up, could be White House. Some of you could just be something really important, wow, go into a big company and they have a ballroom or some facility, some big giant room in case they need to have big parties and you're going there, but there's a lot of hoity-toity to do, hobnobbing people there. You know what I mean? So that's coming up for you in the third quarter, but it could come up in any time. You're going to get put in charge of something. I got that earlier. Put in a position of authority, put in charge of other people or other, it doesn't have to be work. This could be a family you're getting in charge of, or groups, clubs, organizations, foundations you could be in. You could be getting put in charge of those. If you have felt like love was not stabilized in your life, you will feel like love is stabilizing in the third quarter of 2018, but anytime, but it's showing up here. Some of you Tauruses are going to feel like I finally have the definition of love in my life. So think on that statement. If you have any money that's accumulating in savings, in stocks, in anything, and it's been growing and building up, you're going to do something with it now. You're going to you could start your own TV station. Did you ever think of that? Or buy a company, change it, make it your own. I don't know, but I see some of you, you're like, you have this money built up, and I see you going, yes. And I feel you're going to put it to good use somehow. You're going to build it more. You're going to make something of it. Maybe you're going to buy a food supermarket chain or a car dealership or a used car lot. I don't know what you're doing, but looks big. You've got, in your fourth quarter, you have the Hanged Man. And this card to me is being in limbo, not moving forward, not moving backward, being in a state of suspended animation and having to rely on your own psychic ability and intuition when you're in this position, in the Hangman position. I feel that some of you Tauruses will have to be reviewing documents and legal papers for legal cases. This is coming up in the fourth quarter. So, don't take it like, oh, I'm going to get sued. It might not be that. Maybe you work at a company and there's legal papers that have to get signed, reviewed, and looked over, and like a few people have to deal with this and do it. It could be privately. It could be over lawsuits or settlements of any kind, or divorce settlements, but fourth quarter is bringing in looking over legal documents and legal papers. Some of you feel very undecided about which direction you want to go in, maybe in regard to those legal cases. It could have to, maybe you're getting posed something like, here's a settlement offer. Do I want to take it or don't I? It could be that. Be careful of worrying too much in the fourth quarter, because at times I feel you can get so tense that it's like internal combustion waiting to happen. And when you internalize stuff like that, it manifests physically. So you don't want to do that. So don't internalize and be like too tense, because you don't want things to start coming out where you don't feel good or you got this or that. It would be because of all this repressed worriment and tension. So try not to do that. Some of you may have something that's going on with your esophagus, or somebody connected to you where maybe they've had a tracheotomy, or they've had something that gets put in it where it has to drain. I know that sounds gross, but it does come up here, so I'm gonna say it. Sorry if you don't like it, but you tuned into Pam Georgel, the Lucky Mermaid YouTube channel, so that's what you get. You're going to have some sense also in that time period of feeling obligated, like obligations to things are going to be high, or you're going to feel very obligated in like I have this obligation, I have that obligation. And you're going to feel tied to something you have to do. It could be taking responsibility for some action. Maybe you have to file a lawsuit, or I feel you have some big decisions there. Some of you look like big bosses to me, or you've got power. Your power, Tauruses of power are really coming up in this reading. And I feel you're going to lend a helping hand to somebody out to get them out of a jam. Like maybe their car broke down and you buy them a new car or rent them a car for them, or you let them stay at your place. I don't know. You help somebody out of a jam in that fourth quarter also. Here in January, you have the Hermit, which is guiding you, showing you the way to go, protecting you. Could be you being the Hermit also. You could take a step back, get a lay of the land before you proceed forward, but you're still going to be guided by your spirit guides. Will be there, whether or, no matter what the situation. Some of you have something spectacular getting ready to happen in your life, and you're about ready to jump off that cliff in Barbados or some like Acapulco, wherever there's a cliff and you're in a bathing suit and you're jumping off the cliff getting ready to take it. But I see this sparkling, beautiful water. The sun is going low in the sky. It's something really good. Of many of you Tauruses, I feel 2018 is going to be a good year for you. Most of the signs got up and down, up and down, up and down. Mostly all. Some were a little better than others. Capricorn's was pretty good too in some regards. Yours is also looking pretty good. You're going to be spending a lot of time out in the sun. I feel some of you are going to have the money to travel and go away on really nice vacations. You may start, there might be some Taurus producer out there that starts producing something that skyrockets and takes off. It could be a show on HBO or something on TV, or could be a movie, but it feels like it's reoccurring to me, like a series. I also feel like you're going to feel like the wisdom of the ages has come down upon you in 2018, and now you're really utilizing all this wisdom and knowledge that you've been acquiring over the years. Looks like to me 2018 is a pretty good culmination of a lot of them. You're going to receive some notification of somebody's brilliant idea, and you're either going to run with that idea or you will be backing them and producing it or helping with it or being involved in it. Either way, you're going to be very, very selective about the people that you keep close to you. And your group is going to be people you feel pretty sure 100% you can trust. And you're going to be this is going to sound like a weird message. You're going to be really aware of keeping a tight circle around you of people you can trust, because it feels to me like if you're getting more money, more affluence, more power, more positive notoriety, or you're doing bigger and bigger things, you have to be really careful of the people around you. And it's like you need a group of people. I don't feel like, am I talking to all of you Tauruses? No, there's probably tons of you loner Tauruses out there with one or two important people. But, okay, so it could even just be one or two people. But I see a group of people around you, maybe 7, 6, 7, 8 tops, of people you want like on your team, on board, that you can trust. Maybe you're going to hire family. Maybe you're going to have a business and you're like, these people, this one's going to be my personal assistant. This one's going to help book appointments or book things. This one's going to be the one that takes me where I need to go. This one is going to but they're people that you care about and you trust. So I know that won't make sense to all of you, but I feel that even is going to apply to people that aren't having this astronomically mind-blowing success, that still, for some reason, that will be important about keeping your people you can trust around you and keeping them close and maybe working with them a lot and keeping all others away. You're becoming extremely guarded. But I feel like it's for good reasons, not for bad reasons. So I hope this reading was of help to you. I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate it. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos to YouTube. If you would like to get another Psychic Tarot reading just like this one, where I'm using the Aquarian Tarot deck and pulling 5 cards, 1 card for each quarter of the year, and the 5th card is just for the month of January 2018, you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the new year of 2018 plus January 2018 Psychic Tarot reading for each sign of the zodiac for download and purchase. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the Videos tab on my menu, which is a drop-down menu. Go to page 12, and there you will see the headings for these videos. You just click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I wish you an amazing and happy new year of 2018, Taurus, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.